Alright guys, Tactical Rabbit here, bringing you a gameplay commentary from Turkey. I'm here on holiday. This is a really nice 41-in-1 team deathmatch on the map Turbine. I don't really think I've ever got a gameplay on Turbine really, especially a TDM one. I'm using my long range class with the SMR and the Cap 40 for some close range engagements. And as I say here, I take routes to leave enemies unsure of your appearance. This may sound a bit weird, but effectively, when I did that middle rush, it meant that I could come around either side of that turbine right in the middle, the one you see right in front of me now. And I could come around either side, which meant that enemies are unsure of which direction I'm going to come from, which should give me an advantage as I hard aim around that corner. So when you're unsure really of enemies are going to be, they could be in front of me, they could be to my left, stick to the edge of the map. It means engagements can only come from 3 directions. And you know, I'm just having a look at the spawn. All my teammates seem to be over here. And there's some shots going off to my right, so I come over here. I don't really want to bunch up with my teammates, so I decide to get the hell away. As I say here with the SMR, you want to play to your weapon's strengths. This is just something I do throughout the gameplay, making sure you know what your weapon is good at, and make sure you play to the strengths of your weapon. So effectively right now my teammates are behind me, so I get the hell away. And to do that I flank round the sides, because quite often when my teammates are shooting, enemies are going to rush straight for the red dots on their minimap, and they're going to try and take them out. So me flanking around the side enables me to get behind those enemies, and as you see again, I move around the edge of the map to make sure direct engagements can only come from 3 directions. Now something I'm going to do on this channel is I'm going to start up another series about tactics, like individual videos about a particular tactic. So you see right here, as I take this enemy, I have the rock to my right hand side to make sure that anyone coming from the right hand side can't kill me, because the line of sight is blocked off. I lay down here, and on my left there's the rock again, so people coming from my left can't take me out. So when you're engaging enemies, you always want to be thinking about what directions other people can shoot you from, and how to block that off by using the cover, not necessarily from your front, but from your side as well. So I'm going to do a video on this maybe in a couple of weeks on how to use cover properly, and it's going to be sort of another series on my channel, as well as these gameplay breakdowns, which you guys seem to be enjoying. Don't know why I took those shots there, but really that reload was unnecessary, even because of the small, even though the mag capacity is small on the SMR, it wasn't really necessary. Right here I slowed down just to see that I was strafing away from the enemy I was trying to shoot, and right here if you look at the minimap, there, teammate just spawns. Right now I'm sort of unsure where they could be spawning from. Turbine is a big map, so you're not really sure if you're going to flip the spawns. This is what happened in Ghosts. The maps were so big that often the spawns would flip, but that teammate spawning back there shows that the spawns are still anchored behind us, and I can safely move up knowing that the enemy spawns are right here. I've taken a couple shots, so I want to move away because they're going to know I'm there. I know these enemies are bad at this stage, but still you want to be as cautious and as tactical as possible, engaging from different directions. You see right now I'm almost always shooting enemies in the side because they're just not expecting my flank. And as I say here, I only reload when it's necessary to, because I don't reload all the time. If I've got 10 bullets left, that's easily enough for a kill, in my opinion, with like trusting my aim being good enough. So right now I've got the Visa up, so I'm going to be aggressive. Usually I wouldn't chase this guy, but because I know exactly where he is, it's an easy kill. And now I'm getting my streak. So this is a great score streak loadout, by the way, because it tends to stack really quick after you get all your streaks. And the stealth chopper, all the streaks come about the same time anyway, so you just have to go on a long enough streak, and then as soon as you've got it, you can play aggressive with the VSAT, and any kills that you don't get with your gun, your escort drone will pick up. One thing you do have to notice with your escort drone is that your escort drone always stays over your head pretty much, which means that clever enemies can detect your position from where your escort drone is. So that's why VSAT is really helpful with escort drone, because you know if enemies are assaulting your position, because they know where you are because of where your escort drone is appearing on the minimap. So that's why VSAT is a great combination with escort drone if you're using it, and I'd highly recommend it. So I'm changing up my positions. I'm running down the middle of the map, but I've got dexterity on, so it enables me to climb up here really easily. And at this stage I know the enemies are crap, so I don't mind engaging them from the front. and my teammates in the building to my left, so I engage them from a slightly different direction and try and engage them from a different position. If you stack up with your teammates, often both of you will get killed because you'll block each other off. And right here it was just simply better reactivity with my gun, so the SMR picked up that guy with an SMG. That's why it's good to have something like a stock on your weapon, make it good at close range even though if it's a long range weapon. Right there you saw on the minimap there was a red dot appeared in this building to my left. I take a shot on this guy and I duck away from that. Managed to duck away from that Betty because my awareness is pretty good. I managed to hear it in time, but I'm still thinking about that guy in that building. Well, actually I wasn't in this gameplay and I should have been. So I saw the guy in the building earlier and I run in here expecting one enemy that I chased, but instead there was actually the second one that I saw in there earlier. So you always need to be constantly paying attention to your minimap and noticing which position they're coming from. As you see here, I do the same thing as earlier. I sat in this corner so they couldn't shoot me from the right hand side, blocking off lines of sight as I said before. And as I also said before, the streaks in this game stack really quickly. I think I'm safe here, but I nearly get killed through that in the wall basically because it's really thin. That guy actually gets a nice little shot off, but unfortunately it didn't take me out. So again, I'm being really aggressive with this VSAT. I might as well be. I know the enemies are bad and I can see that I've got a great advantage in this situation. Stealth chopper's going ham. I'd like my escort drone to follow me around just to try and pick up some kills. At this stage I'm not concerned about stacking my streaks again. Usually you'd want to make sure that you get as many kills with your gun as possible. But I'm not really concerned about stacking them. And as I say here, I've gauged the skill level of the enemies. I know they're terrible, so I can afford to push up and shoot them in the front rather than trying to shoot them in the side all the time as I usually would. But still right here I choose to go this way rather than going across the bridge, just because it's a great tactic to take. Unfortunately right here I don't get any more kills. That's the gameplay guys, 41 in 1 TDM. Please like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more. Check out one of the other 2 videos on screen if you would. Hopefully you might find something interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next time.